of one of my new Gibson Les Pauls. And I'm going to take a moment to set this up because there are multiple different versions of this particular Les Paul. It's a Les Paul 50s Tribute Gold top. So obviously 50s Tribute means that it's based off of that very well-respected classic guitar. But there are different levels within the Gibson family of that particular model. So this is essentially considered a Les Paul Studio, which is one of the cheapest genuine US made Les Pauls that you can buy. But since it's the Tribute, it's got more features and more appointments than my other Gibson Les Paul Studio Faded T. There's also a Les Paul Standard, which is a couple $1,000 guitar. This is just under $1,000. And then a Les Paul Custom 50s Tribute, and those are way more expensive, but ultimately don't have that many more features because there is a law of diminishing returns. And Lee Anderton and Rob Chapman did an excellent video on that, and I'll link that below. So, Les Paul Studio 50s Tribute Gold Top. So what the hell does that mean? It has a maple top. In this case, it is a grade A maple, whereas my 50T has the grade C maple top, but the really cool finish they give it makes it look really cool and essentially better than it is. So this is a much higher grade top. It has the knobs that I really like. Instead of the cheap speed knobs, these are called the top hat knobs. I just like the feel of them, and if you're also doing volume swells, your finger just fits the curve perfectly and it's easy to do. Other things I like about these knobs that are different than any other Les Paul I've had, and this is my third or fourth. This has the position indicators, which I've never had before, which is great. You don't have to guess, you can actually see where they're set at. And then they're also labeled, so you know, someone who didn't know what they were doing would be able to easily see that these are the volume and these are the tone controls. This has the open coil 490T, which is the ceramic magnets, a little hotter than the standard PAF Gibson pickups, which is still a great pickup. So a little bit hotter pickup, nicer finish, but still no binding on either the body or the neck, which the standard and the custom 50s Tribute will have. All right, so let's see what this bad boy sounds like. We'll go no distortion, no chorus. This is the neck pickup, just clean. A little out of tune. Always tune before you start a video, people. This is the middle position, mixture between the neck and the bridge. And then this is the bridge. So obviously the bridge pickup, because it's closer to where the strings are truncated or bridged, is higher because there is less distance. It gives it more of a trebly tone because that's where they're terminated. The neck pickup, the connection or the termination, I'm an IT guy so I use that phrase, is up here. So it's more of a bassy tone instead of the real high tone you get here. All right, so imagine that I cut this and tune everything. All right, now we'll give it a little distortion sound. Neck pickup. Do the same run with a combination of the neck and the bridge. All right, that's a trick that I love to do. Friends taught me. Since you have the two pickups on a Les Paul, you can set one of their volumes very low and one very high, and then you can do a volume swell effect. Buckethead does that quite a bit. Mahogany back, mahogany neck, one-piece rosewood fretboard, you know, stereotypical Gibson sustain. I can feel the guitar resonating, and it just rings out. Again, this is with no delay or reverb added. Let's do that with a bend. Just goes on and on. All right, let's throw a little reverb in here. So in my mind, this guitar is an excellent compromise. My Faded T Studio, you know, has everything you need from a Les Paul in terms of the sound and the features from a recording standpoint. But having had a Epiphone that was super high-end in that line for some time, I also then wanted, you know, some of the higher end features without having to completely break the bank. So this Studio Gold Top 50s Tribute is an excellent compromise. You get the grade A top for the maple, very cool finish, hotter pickups, very well appointed knobs. Everything else is pretty much the same. So this was a vanity purchase. I really didn't need it because my other Gibson kicks ass, but I'm very happy with this guitar. All right, people, thanks.